What's up guys, this is Tampa Tech and this is I guess part 2 to the video how to troubleshoot and fix TVs without a multimeter. Well, in this video I'm going to be replacing the T-Con board, which I believe was causing the bad picture on this TV, and I'm going to show you how to use your multimeter, how to troubleshoot this particular issue. Whether you have vertical lines on the screen, or you have half a black screen and half a good screen, or you have no picture whatsoever, or if you have a bright washed out picture like this one has. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn it on and show you what's going on if you didn't watch the other video. It's bright haze. I try to lower the brightness, try to lower the backlight settings, still the haze would not go away. So what we did is we unplugged the T-Con board, and it had that backlight glow, but the picture was dark again, and so the bright haze went away. I ordered a T-Con board at Amazon for about $50, but they also have a TV repair kit at shopjimmy.com. I'll post a link to that in the video description below if you're interested. And if you give me a big thumbs up and post a comment below if you're interested in that T-Con board TV repair kit, I could do that video for you guys. First thing you want to do is grab your multimeter and put it in DC mode. Okay, so we're gonna check the input voltage coming from the main logic board. Black lead on a ground source, which is the chassis of the TV right here. And next we're gonna put my positive on a test point. And so this is a test point right here. All these that you see right here are test points. Sometimes it could be located above this connection, but it's not safe to test all these pins right here because you could short them out. So that's why they have separate test points over here on the side. So we're gonna check the ground. It should be 0 volts, and it is 0 DC volts. If you have voltage on the ground, then you have something shorting the ground, so which is not good. Next, after the GND, which is ground test point, we have the test point SDA, and that's 3.3. That is good. Next test point is VIN, which is 12.5, is good. And then SCL test point, 3.3. And the next one is the TST test point 0. That's good. So nothing looks bad there. Let's move forward and see the output to the LCD panel. Now we know there's something wrong because we have a white washed out picture. So we're going to check all these right here. So the test points on this side that you see right here, that goes to this ribbon cable connection. That's the output. And then this one, this set of test points right here, go to this ribbon cable connection. So let's go ahead and check this, and they're all labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 17 test points. So we got 9.9, and it's solid. It's not jumping up or down, that's what we're looking for. Test point 2, 9.7, steady. Test point 3, 9.5, steady. Test point 4, 9.3, steady. Test point 5, 9. Test point 6, solid 9. Test point 7, solid 8, or close to 9. Test point 8, 8. Test point 9, 8 volts. Alright, so let's move on over and we check these right here, starting with 12. It's a little bit different sequence. So 12 is actually over here. Alright, so test point 12 is 0.5 and dropping. See how it's dropping right there? It's actually dropping pretty quickly. And test point 11, 0.6 and dropping. Test point 10, 0.8 and dropping fast. Test point, what is that, 13 right here is 0.4, looks like bouncing around. Test point 14, 0.4. Test point 15, 0.3. Test point 16, 0.4. Test point 17, 0.3. And yeah, so that should not be that voltage, and it should not be dropping or fluctuating like that. Unplug the power cord, and then you want to squeeze this and remove that. Lift this up with your thumbnail, and this should come straight out. And you notice these lines right here. Well, these lines are here because when you close the latch, it should cover the line. So just keep that in mind. If you don't do that, then you have lines on your screen. Now there is a metal plate that covers this board, so don't forget if you ever replace this T-Con board, you have to put the metal plate on. And then this is a thermal pad. I highly suggest the thermal pad. Putting the thermal pad on this is important, but I would also put it on this IC right here because this one tends to get hot. All right, let's go ahead and this is going to be the results of this, and we're going to check it out. Make things easier. I'm going to put the screws in, just the ground screws. Okay. And if you're going to use a screwdriver like this, you want to put it on low torque so you don't like damage the board. All right. And when you close it, it should cover that black line. You might have to lift it up and down so it sits in properly. And see if the TV turns on. This is the results. Drum roll, please. And the results are. Oh, turn off the light. Oh, look. We got a picture, guys. Nice. And it's nice and dark. And the colors are there, looks like. So the TV is working. So, yes, it was the T-Con board. But let's read the voltage on this board so you guys get an idea what the proper voltage is, which may be really useful for you guys. We're going to start off with test point 1. Going to this connection actually, and that is solid, 15 volts solid, not moving. Test point 2, 13 solid. Test point 3, 12 volts solid. Test point 4, 11 volts solid, not moving. Test point 5, 10 volts. Test point 6, 10.5. Test point 7, 10.1. Test point 8, 9.2. Test point 9, 8.2. And it's solid. Now over here, these test points are going to over here. And I got test point 12. Now see how the voltage is different. 5.6 solid, it's not moving. Test point 11, 6.4 solid, not moving. Test point 10, 7 solid, it's not dropping. Test point 13, and that is solid, 5 volts. Test point 14, 4.8. All right, test point 15, 4.4. Test point 16, 3.5. Solid. Test point 17, 2.6. Solid. And then if you guys are interested in these test points right here, VSCM, 7 volts, CKV, 1.8 solid, STV, that's 0, OE1, 0.8, and then DRL1 3.3. So hopefully these voltages will help you out troubleshoot your TV. If you're not getting these voltages right here, or these voltages right here are reading 0, then you most likely got a bad T-CON board. Replace it. If these numbers over here are reading 0, then inquire about the power supply board or the main logic board. Alright, so I cut out a little square from the old thermal pad, put it on that IC that gets really hot, and shopjimmy.com shows you how to replace that IC. That video will be in the video description below. Okay, so now everything looks good. Double check your work, and let's go ahead and put this board on. Now there's a tab right here, and that sits down right in that hole. That fits right in that slot. So make sure you put that on first. There you go. If this video was informative, give me a big thumbs up. And if you know anyone at all that has picture problems on their LCD TV, go ahead and click on the share button below and share this video to them and help someone out. And if you want more how-to videos coming your way, go ahead and subscribe to Tampa Tech and click on that link. And if you want to check out my TV repair playlist, click on this link right here. And if you guys are interested in a TV repair kit or the T-CON board, check out the links in the video description below.